way with the first map.
Yeah, well, let's go into it. It's going to be Dust 2. It's going to be Passion UA's map pick. There was a decider yesterday, and Passion UA won 13-4. They started on their CT side, and they went 9-3. Now, Zero Tenacity, they choose to start on their CT side. And with Passion UA showing dominance on the CT side, that does make me a little bit scared, because normally it's supposed to be a T-sided map.
Yeah, and I feel like most of the time when a team does have a choice, they choose to start on the CT side of this map, which is kind of going against the grain of the favored half here. Either way, Passion UA have got some utility stacked up on Fear. They're going to try and go through middle, but there is a nice setup between the CTs. AVN, he gets baited in here, and he's taken names. 2 heads in the process, add a 3rd to the sequence as well. He's just single-handedly locking it down in middle right now, man.
Yeah, what a warrior in middle. That's pretty much round over. I mean, I think certainly round over, and now you just got Jambo in a 1 versus 5. Oh, what?
Oh, yummy.
Those were some yummy. Yeah, I will eat that up every day. Let me get a sip of that. But unfortunately, doesn't seem to be the case. And Zero Tenacity looks like they're on boot camp as well. Will that be the buff they need?
I mean, they do need some sort of a buff because the 2 maps they lost to Passion UA were, okay, I wouldn't say blowouts on both occasions. They lost 13-10 on Mirage, but it was 13-4 on Dust 2. So it's going to set them in the right direction here on Dust 2 this time round. Also in the pistol, no bomb plant for Passion UA either.
Also,
are we going with S-Chiller or Schiller?
Schiller? S-Chiller?
I think S-Chiller's nice.
S-Chiller, right? Yeah. Speaking actually of Jambo, we didn't really mention him, I say, in the pre-show as much as maybe some of the other ones, because I think he gets overshadowed by the likes of Chakismo up there. But he was actually having a great game yesterday and was basically at the top of the scoreboard for Passion UA. So if that's something that can continue, then it could be the real defining factor.
He's actually tied with Chakasmo for their highest rated player over the past 3 months. So you're right there. He definitely has been in the shadow of Chakasmo, but he's been playing as well, if not better in some cases. The problem with this Passion UA roster is that you got to imagine all the teams in like the tier 2 space are just looking at these players thinking, yeah, don't mind if I do just, you know, dip my hand into the cookie jar and just grab myself a Jambo or a Chakasmo. And then normally when you lose your 1-star player, it completely ruins the project. Either way, it's going to be a very aggressive approach coming through from Zero Tenacity, looking to crunch their way in towards tunnels, but they've actually ended off worse for wear here. Certainly not gone the way they would have liked.
It's pretty much round over. Passion UA, it's a very good first gun round. Simka now looking to get some damage. Might catch Fear off guard as he's not currently looking at him, but S-Chiller just spammed through the smoke. Oh, Passion UA also on boot camp. Exactly. Everybody's on boot camp.
Boot camp buff cancels out the boot camp buff, so here we go.
Well, what do you think the reason is that people are on boot camp at this specific time of the season?
Well, I think it's...
Do you think there is a reason?
Because we're about to go into the player break, so it could just be coincidental.
Like, the season's over, pretty much. This is, I think, the final tournament that we're getting a finals of.
No, it's not. It's not, because
it's Series 5.
Tenacity are playing in the Res European closed qualifier to try qualify for the Blast Fall Showdown. So that's probably why they're on boot camp, to qualify for that event. Either way, hold the point, because we've got a fast-paced play in towards this B bomb site. Nemanja is able to find the first AV and inflict damage as well. Eventually, they will clear him out, but there's still a man advantage that persists here for the CT side. And Nemanja, he'll just continue to force the issue. Brute Monster's gone through the smoke, and this is relentless from the CT side.
Well, that's one way to get it. He's got 4 kills, and I don't exactly agree with his methods. It is kind of madness, but you know what? Hayes, it works. Like, he almost sends himself up as the sacrificial lamb, and he goes in to create space for his teammates, but instead he just gets all the kills. So fantastic from Nemanja. Chakismo though, this is a 1 versus 2. He's picked up a new AK, fresh bullets in the magazine. Smoke does deny a lot of his presence, but maybe puts more pressure. However, Nemanja cleans up an ace. His first 5 frags of the game, and what a way to implement his presence on the server.
Great attempt from Jacasmo though. I mean, just didn't have anything to work with, able to weave his way through the smokes, inflict a bit of extra damage, but the round will go the way of Z10. It's been a pacey start to the map here so far. Absolutely ruthless from Nemanja, just charging through the window there at a moment's notice. And it works out very well. Passion UA never really able, even though they had the numbers on the bomb site, they were never really able to get control. And that's because Nemanja just forces the issue as quickly as he does.
Yeah, as I said, kind of almost supposed to be a space taker for his teammates, and then he actually wins out everything. So you're like, oh, well, that worked out fine, didn't it? Did get very close, did get quite expensive, and especially because of the round Passion UA won previously, no one really has money right now, and whoever wins this will be potentially snowballing themselves in the early game. Nemanja, on short, he's going to block them off, and if there's one player you don't want to face, it is him. Jambo's on 16 HP. Oh, the AWP. Okay, I was really confused how a nade just did like 74 damage to him. But yeah, it was the grenade. It was the AWP. And Brute Monster now, with the opening kill, he's even searching for more.
Yeah, quite a dangerous game he's playing right now because he's out in the open. That's exactly what I was concerned about, as there could just be a flash and he could get swung on. But no harm, no foul. Able to deploy the smoke. And that keeps his opponents at bay. Remember, Passion UA didn't come into this round with a huge amount of util, so pretty much been able to retain everything they had coming into the round, and now they can try and make something happen. It's going to be the two smokes both thrown in towards mid. Normally you see one or the other, not both. It's going to give them a little bit of an avenue to work with to get through the mid doors. And then they shift most of their players in towards tunnels. So it's a B split on the cards here for the T side, but Brute Monster, oh, he's just chopping them down. AVN's locked down middle, and Passion UA going to be left scratching their heads here because everything they've tried has just been shut down over towards this B bomb site.
Okay. Well, that's another quad kill. Oh, Fear is not happy. He is really not happy because Hayes. Oh, I think his PC. Yeah, I think his PC's gone.
Yeah, not entirely sure either.
Oh, they're having loss issues. But overall, that round, I feel like for Passion UA, actually was perfect in this 4 vs 5. This smoke forces AVN to remove himself from the B bomb site and puts all of this emphasis on Brute Monster with 3 players coming in from tunnels. On the face of it, ideal. You have Zero Tenacity split up, but then the reality of it all is that AVN's able to deal with that isolated lurk alongside Brute Monster, not only getting the information, but the kills in tunnels, and it completely eradicates Passion UA. Already, Zero Tenacity have matched the amount of rounds they had yesterday on this very map.
Yeah, of course, important context is the fact that they're starting on the CT side this time round compared to the T side start yesterday where they only got 3 rounds, right? So game was almost already done in that first half. What I will say is if Brute Monster gets traded after he finds that first kill, then that round looks a whole lot better for Passion UA. So I agree with you. It's not like the problem was the strategy or the approach there from Passion UA. They just get blasted out the server.
The execution of it.
Yeah. Well, even the execution of it was fine. I think it was fine. It was just, you know, they couldn't get the trade on Brute Monster. No one could land that instant headshot to take down the AWP on the platform. And because if they do, imagine they do trade them out. They still have 2 players pushing through tunnels. They know that AVN's in the middle, that B bomb site's open. There's still a chance at that point. So I think the plan was fine, but just couldn't get the kills necessary. And now it's going to have to be an eco for Passion UA as well.
Yeah.
So not expecting much here.
Not the best of... Yeah, not the best of starts for Passion UA, even though they did win the first gun round. However, we do seem to have an extended pause. There seems to be an issue that once again is plaguing our servers. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not go too far. We'll be going to a short break, and when we are back, we will have the game live.
Okay, thankfully not too much of a delay. We will be getting back into the action here on Dust 2 Passion UA, coming off the back of a round loss. We're going to have to eco here in the next, which means Zero Tenacity should be able to extend their lead to 4 rounds without much of a contest. Remember, this is Passion UA's map pick. After this, we go to Anubis, and I think it's safe to say that Zero Tenacity have played it once or twice or 55 times, so they'll know what they're doing.
I personally stand on the fact that that's actually a negative thing. They've played it so much. I feel like when you play a map that much, you actually struggle to be able to fix your mistakes, and you actually get into this like monotonous stage where you're just kind of doing the same things over and over again, and you don't have a fresh outlook on the map. You know, like the whole thing of taking a step back, and when you play 55 times on the last 3 months on a map, like you're averaging basically playing it in an official every other day, give or take.
Yeah.
Like you just don't get that ability to refresh yourself. How it does too is this brand new map in Zero Tenacity. Well, very refreshed from yesterday, but this eco, it's already warranted 1 frag. Need to make sure they don't allow it anymore. Simka, good nade, good spam, does have support, and shots need to be hit by the Zero Tenacity side because they are losing numbers.
Yeah, damage has been done, but there's still 3 players alive, and the bomb plant going to come through here as well. Incendiary not going to be able to deny. It might tick Jambo down. No, the nade will finish him off. There's not a problem about whether or not they're going to win the round here. It's just about finishing it off. Although, is there maybe? Jacasmo and Fear, they both got Desert Eagles.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I got a bit nervy there for a moment. I just want to counter the point you make there about Anubis. While generally I agree with what you're saying, I think that there are a few situations where it's okay, because if the map is working for you, then you don't have to change anything. You know, the famous saying, why fix something that isn't broken? If they start to have rough results or they start to struggle on the map, then it could become a problem. But if people are struggling to play against them, their strengths really lean into the map, and it's something that they can just rely on the way that they have, then I don't think it is a problem. I don't think they should stray away from it just for the fact of not wanting to play the map as much as they have.
Yeah, I personally think that that's kind of like not a thing in Counter-Strike, as in like it's you have to be consistently changing yourself and having like a new outlook on the games, because especially with 55 maps, I feel like people are going to start watching your demos, especially for Passion UA. Kane just licking his lips. He's like, guys, I think I know how they play.
That's true, but that's only when you're on your opponent's radar, right? Because it's only when like teams are very concerned about you that at that point they start to study your demos. And I think Zero Tenacity are now only starting to edge in that direction. Now they've broken into the top 50. Now they're getting people's attention. So I think going forward, it could be a problem. But I think you can get away with it up until this point like they have.
Okay, so by the way, guys, I think both teams have problems now. So I
Looks
think
like
we're
he
gonna
might be setting back in here. It looks like he might be going back in. Fear's got the headset on.
back in. There's issues at both boot camps currently. I'm not sure what's going on. Hayes, I don't want to curse it. I sent it out last time. The ball's in your court.
Yeah, I don't mind going into podcast mode, honestly. It's just about how long we're going to have to wait. Does feel like Passion UA probably got some persisting problems right now, so we're probably better off not waffling, not yapping along, and just throwing this one into a break, guys. Once Passion UA have been able to resolve their problems, we'll jump back into the action. Shouldn't be too long, so don't go too far, and we'll catch you guys in a moment.
Okay, all things hopefully good. We'll be going now into round number 7. Passion UA just came off a eco where they got 2 kills, 3 kills I think actually, and also a bomb plant. So really successful eco there. And now we see the AWP out for Jambo. Tries to go for the aggressive pick on AVN that was crossing over towards the B bomb site. Is unsuccessful. But look, you're never going for that with the whole round pinned around the fact that you're going to get that frag.
I do like that long door smoke being thrown by Zero Tenacity. Doesn't give any space for the T players to push through the smoke there and have a little bit of room to work with on the other side. Either way, Passion UA will still flash their way through, so they're able to get some semblance of control. 4 players make their way out. They've got a player on the opposite side of the map who's playing that control role, but Brutmonster just plucks Jambo out the air there. Jambo trying to get into pit, but Brutmonster was so far away, so deep in towards Goose that flash doesn't completely blind him up.
Yeah, it's thing with long, like, there's only, the flashes just do not reach as far if you throw them too far back, and, well, Zero Tenacity, they have cleaned house this round. Zero Fix is not fixing anything. He's on 1 HP, and Zero Tenacity, they have a cleaner occasion against the full buy than they did against the pistols, and a tactical pause with Passion UA. Not like they haven't had enough time to talk about stuff recently.
Discuss things through.
Yeah.
True. I mean, things aren't really going the way they would have liked coming into this T side, to be fair. We always speak about how Dust 2 is a T-sided map, but we also talk about how it's not impossible to piece together a successful CT side. And, while Zero Tenacity showing up a bit of a different approach here as we see them getting aggressive in towards middle, not just with 1 but 2 players. Britmonster nice and versatile as well, shifting himself around that A bomb site area, having some very good presence. And despite the fact Passion UA don't get a bomb plant, they're still going to go for the force, and I actually don't like this decision. I think they would have been better off going for the half buy, get a scout, some upgraded pistols, and a bit of util, because they're not going to have an AWP again going into this next round unless they unless they win this round here. So, and even then they get 3,500. So I like to see the AWP on the T side, man. Just give themselves a little bit more time to work in the round, but you know what? Scrap that point entirely.
Okay, I've scrapped the point. Passion UA, great opener out of long, and honestly, they might just take the space off this. All players, apart from Fear, are kind of congregated towards this part of the map. AVN needs to be careful because he's being caught off guard on the reload, and Passion UA, they're getting cheeky, they're getting freaky with it. Brute Monster, 9 HP, playing around this smoke on Gandalf. He's going to maybe get 1 or 2 kills, but the spam is just going to eventually connect. And Zero Tenacity, they have been caught completely off guard.
Yeah, and I end up with egg on my face, man. That was a great round coming through from them, a great approach. There was a clear plan all along. They realized that playing with pace was the option. I actually love how they phase through the smoke as well at the same time that the mid player is able to take attention to the mid doors. They push through the CT smoke, and at that point, I think it was Joffo just in an impossible position there. And that's going to give some confidence to Passion UA. They'll have confidence in their CT side as well, right? They got 9 rounds on their CT side yesterday. So recent history suggests that they do have a pretty good half to fall back on. But they'll have to accumulate some rounds now off the back of this win.
Okay, is this gonna mean anything, or is this just going to be another flash in the pan? That is kind of the main question I think I have for this occurrence. You still have the AWP out for Brute Monster. That was a good round for Passion UA. However, they did it by pushing out of long, pushing through smokes, and I guess a very good lurk from Fear in middle. But he's done that quite a few times now, and I think AVN's gonna have to start anticipating that.
Yeah, Zero Tenacity have to empty their pockets coming into this next round here to afford what they can. Got themselves an AWP, couple rifles, and an SMG as well. But Passion UA have got a great chance to... Alright, well, that's unfortunate. But they've got a great chance here, Freddy, to start to put some pressure on Tenacity here.
Yeah, we just have Passion UA 4 rounds down on their map pick of the T side. They showed yesterday they were superb on the CT side. So that almost makes me question, is this actually their better side of the map when they go into defense?
Well, it seems like for both teams that could be the case, right? Because Z10 really struggled on their T side yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, so I'm just kind of going off just, the pure statistics of it all. But Z10 looking a lot better today. Both teams are on boot camp. Zero Tenacity, you've got Brute Monster fragging out. Nemenya fragging out. Everybody else seemingly is holding their own. They've already got 2 more rounds than they did previously. But these rounds are getting a little bit closer. Look here, like they keep 2 alive against an eco. They lose to the gun round quite easily with Galil's pushing through smokes and whatnot. So they've still got 4 rounds to the good, but they'd be looking for an 8-4 half minimum type thing.
Yeah, I'd say anything less than 8-4 here for Zero Tenacity is going to be leaving them in a awkward position going into their T side, considering what had happened yesterday. But it only gives us a guideline, right? It's not like it's ironclad information which guarantees what's going to happen here today as we just continue to roll through the highlights. Shouldn't be too long before we get back into the game. It's always unfortunate when you've got these stop-start affairs, right? Constantly having these tech issues. You can never really get into the flow of the game and build up momentum.
Yo, Hayes, we're back. 6-2. We've had 8 games of 8 rounds of Counter-Strike so far.
Wow.
It's
Feels
been
like
the whole day has been very stop and start, but Jambo, he's gonna pull off a banger shot in middle. AVN, I was talking about how he needs to be careful of fear in mid and his lurks. Well, maybe he needs to be careful of the AWP.
I don't think he was picked off on the cross either. I kind of feel like he hung around there. If it wasn't the cross, I certainly do sympathize with him. He's in a bit of trouble here. Oh, caught with his nades out. He's going to be able to leap back around the corner just in time. Great pressure applied there by Eschel. It does cut the map down the center. And all 5 players for Passion UA now just going to group themselves up and head up short onto the safe bomb site. Well-timed Incendiary will buy a bit of time, although the new Incendiaries just suck so much that they can push around and barely take any util damage. That nade will do damage though. Chopo continues to clock in. He has to do more though. More is so much to ask, but he will get a 3rd kill. And now he leaves it to his teammates.
But the crazy thing is, Hayes, right now, are those 3 kills even enough? He's done
Probably
fantastic. He's anchored down that A-bomb site like a hero. And the AWP gets traded over. Bogdan laws dictate that the low HP player takes the AWP. Zero Fix plays anti, and Zero Fix wipes up 2.
A really nice avoiding of the flash there from Zero Fix, because if he got blinded up, he would have been a dead man. Here we go, AVN. Oh, it is on the cross. He must have been a bit late though. I think he hung around or he had the worst spawn, I'm not sure. This was Chofor just doing so much work, man, but unfortunately, in vain.
What's crazy though, a little micro detail, imagine if he'd thrown that nade a little bit more left and it would have landed just in front of the masses, right? Because he got the 1 kill, but it kind of only did damage to that 1 player. Wait, did Jambo just get another kill on the cross?
Looks like it.
They were rushing
middle. It is an eco round, so I think they're trying to push through mid here with the pistols, and Jambo's just holding down the line.
Oh wow,
Gonna be the easiest round
just
Passion have had to play so far.
We've shot 2 bullets and we've got 2 kills so far. Would you look at that? Aw, Fear's ruined it. Passion UA though, really building up into a actually competitive T side now.
Yeah, they're giving themselves something to work with now going into the second half, and Zero Tenacity starts to taper off. Of course, we weren't expecting much out of them here in this round, but you'd imagine that they've also gone back and watched that T side on Dust 2 yesterday and try to figure out exactly what went wrong there on that particular half. Because they would have known they were playing Passion UA again today, right? They would have known that at the end of the result, even before that game had started, they would have known they had a match lined up against Passion UA. So they would have done some sort of prep, and it's probably why Passion UA just shook things up in the veto a little bit and picked Dust 2 instead of Mirage.
He's just getting away with it time and time again. Okay, 4-6, penultimate round of the half. Zero Tenacity, are they going to be trailing 6-6? And where I said they should have got a 9-3 or 8-4 half, Passion UA have really resurged on their map pick. I feel like those technical breaks really do just break the momentum from Zero Tenacity, where they had this extensive lead. That's no longer the case. Jambo, different directive. This time not out middle, but out towards the B-bomb side. 2 AWPs as well in play. 1 towards long, 1 towards B tunnels. Both strike, both miss.
Yeah, that was really close on opposite extremities of the map. Look at Chofor though. He's taken so much ground. He pushed through his own long smoke and he's been able to find a kill as a result. He's going to hang around here as well. He's going to get the shadow advantage as he looks to try and backpedal. He realizes he's got to hang around with the gunfight coming through, and he's earned himself and his team a massive advantage here in the round.
I don't even know how he saw him as well. I thought the smoke shrouded his vision, but doesn't seem to be the case. Zero Tenacity, off the back of 1 individual. He tried to save them previously, but his triple kill anchoring down the A-bomb site wasn't enough. However, his double out long, it's most certainly going to be the nail in the coffin here on round 11. Finally, Zero Tenacity break this streak early enough that Passion UA was starting to build up. And even though Passion UA had this really nice early round where they were trying to go for attempted picks with the AWP on 2 different extremities, that isn't going to matter. And the Ukrainian side will be fighting for a 5-7 half.
I think that's a really important round for Zero Tenacity to win as well, just to guarantee themselves the lead going into the second half, considering the way things have played out here in the early stages of the map.
Oh, Shadow.
Yeah, there we go. As I mentioned, I love his play there. And he was going to fall back as the smoke started to fade, but he catches a glimpse of that shadow and he realizes, yeah, I got to take this gunfight, man. A lot of attention towards long here at the start of the round for Zero Tenacity, and Passion UA, Well, they're pressuring short, so they're going to get some good control. No resistance at all. Britmonster might not expect two players as far forward as they are. And that's exactly what Passion UA are looking to capitalize on, is the timing. But Simka and Britmonster will respond, and it's a great defense between the two of them.
Yeah, this is brutal. Now, an attempted last-ditch effort out of middle, wrapping around the B-bomb site. Nemanja, not someone we'd normally say being caught off guard. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Wow.
AVN solo on this B-bomb site, pistols out. But the sidearm of Jambo is actually the one that gives that finishing blow. Unfortunately, AVN's done enough. That one kill in middle, and the rest of his teammates rotating in. It's perfect from Zero Tenacity. 8-4 half, as I said. They'd be looking for that or 9-3. And you know what? They end up getting 8-4. And they give themselves a lot of momentum going into the second half now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great recovery towards the end of the half for Zero Tenacity to make sure that Passion UA don't undo all that hard work from the CT side. Scope in definitely going to be heard there by Britmonster. He's able to step underneath Jambo and get that kill. 8-4 locked in. Great display coming through from Britmonster, not only in that round, but in the half at large. 14 kills. A 2+ kill death ratio. This is where I was worried for Z10, was where they were charging up short, and this was Passion UA just playing the situation. You can't fault them there for trying to accelerate up short with the position that they had, but it's just some good shooting from Z10, keeps them at bay and wins them the round.
Really good shooting. I think that's been the big theme of Zero Tenacity. Maybe play a little bit of a wilder style of Counter-Strike, but you have these individuals that are firing back so hard right now. It's almost hard. It's very difficult to be able to actually deal with this. When you've got Britmonster, Nemanja having a fantastic tournament and then a fantastic map here, Shofo's having some great anchors. AVN's just done his job towards B. What more do you really want from them? Now, the T side taking contact on the pass. They do dink Fear straight away.
Oh.
The dual Breaders get one, but Nemanja at range. That's exactly what I mean. You take the jewels and your head's going to be cleanly ripped off.
That's a really big kill coming through from Nemanja, man. At range, P250 just tears the head off of Jacasmo, I think it was. And that means that S-Chiller's in a bit of an awkward position right now because he's on this B-bomb side of the map all by himself. You got Fear and Jambo over towards A, and thankfully for Passion UA, it looks like that's where Zero Tenacity are heading. We just got to flip the HUD here, please, production. Just realized they caught me off guard for a second. Jambo not caught off guard, although he will go down, as does Fear. And that is the pistol round basically locked in here for Passion UA. There, just got me, didn't it? For Zero Tenacity. Good job here on the T side to open it up.
Yeah, production just keeping you on your feet.
Fair enough, man.
Fair enough. And this is the half where Passion UA had a 9-3 performance yesterday. And on that pistol round, they were in the right positions. They had the nice setup for underpass. They had a player mid covering. They had two players towards A. But it was all futile. And Zero Tenacity surged to a 9th. That's a massive pistol round to be taking. And now, what do Passion UA do? Seemingly, they're going to go for a scout on Jambo, but that could just mean a double scout. No, they're buying into this. They're going full committal here into round 14. They lose this, and it's going to look like an 11-4 advantage for Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, but it's that situation we were talking about in the series before, right? Where on the CT side, you really want that AWP, you want full neutral as well, so that third round buy doesn't really look great on this map. So I kind of understand why they've gone for the force buy here, and they've got themselves an opening kill as well. So that will set the round in motion the way that Passion would have been hoping for. And the response is, well, Nemanja just says, boys, I don't know, hold my mouse, because I'm just going to run out there.
Hold my mouse.
What's the PG version, man?
Hold my orange juice. Jambo, well, he's taken things really into his own hands. He started off the round, as you mentioned, and it seems like his team were the reason why the round was not going to be going in a successful way. But Jambo, alongside now S-Chiller, they are doing everything. Need to be careful, 5 HP. Molotov don't tick him. There's a flank coming in. AVN is a little bit scrappy, but he finally does get the frag on S-Chiller. Jack Isbo is being booted up on short. You've got 2 fights going on right now. The scouts at long are battling each other. AVN on short with Jackasmo, and it's going to be the 5-7 that now puts Brute Monster into a 1 versus 2.
Oh, and he keeps catching glimpses of his opposite number. That nade
3 HP.
does 2 damage, but that's not enough for the kill. He's going to go for the jumping scout, and he will eventually finish off that frag. But Jackasmo, lovely repositioning there from Jackasmo, trying to join up with his teammates so that the trade was always going to be available. Not baiting, not playing hesitantly, making a decision, committing to it, and Passion UA win themselves the force buy.
Considering it was a 4 versus 3 with Nemanja just running out of long, Jambo does his high risk, high reward play, and him just surviving for so long, even though he doesn't actually get into the frag after that opening on long, he does just so much to allow the rest of his team to succeed.
Yeah. I still love the way that Jackasmo repositions there, and you could see Brute Monster, was it, in the 1 versus 1 at the end? With his crosshair placement, he was expecting to maybe take the fight at the entrance points of Catwalk and Short, but never expected Jackasmo out in the open like that. That's what nets him the clean trade. Now, Passion UA have to avoid losing to a force buy. They've done the hard part, win the force buy of their own. This is the easy part of the equation, at least relatively speaking.
Should be. The operative word is should. You never really know in these in these territories. Anything can happen. Especially Dust 2. Especially with these 2 teams. I feel like there's a lot of... The highs are very high for both of them. But I think the lows are also very low. With sometimes them just falling completely apart. And both teams are very individually talented, and sometimes there's a reliance on that. And here, this is exactly where those pistols, we need to see actually reliance on that individualism. Jackasmo, you mentioned him in the last, a real hero, and the hero shall not falter. Yambo with the MP9, he's flying. His wings, they have not been clipped just yet. Finally, he will be brought down. He flew a little bit too close to the sun, but he's just set up his IGL perfectly.
Yeah, great defense. I mean, it felt like Passion UA knew exactly what was coming their way, considering that there was no presence anywhere else on the map. Zero Tenacity just crept their way up short, set themselves up for a very big exec, but that A anchor played it so nicely, just delaying contact as long as he could, staying alive, avoiding the utility, and then just buying time for his rotations to come through. Was this player here, Jackasmo. See how he's able to avoid the util, just tucks himself in. He's not giving up the gunfights. He knows how badly Z10 wants him to swing and face, but he's just not giving it to them. And now the T side are going to have to pull the eco, so Passion UA should be able to close the gap to 2, and we see the might of their CT side taking off.
Okay. We like that from Passion UA, or Zero Tenacity. So it's 9-7 to Zero Tenacity right now. The HUD is still wrong. There's a gun round though. This is the first time this half we've actually seen a gun versus gun. No one team on a force buy. There is still no AWP out, and S-Chiller still has an MP9, so there is still a little bit of discrepancies around the map. But Zero Tenacity, I was going to say with the SMG, but not even with the SMG. They've just pushed up mid with 2 rifles. Zero Tenacity sure have taken good space out of long, but they need to be careful because they have no space elsewhere on the map now.
Yeah, Nemanja is locking down the flank though, so at least he's peering in that direction. In the meantime, his team have been able to get control of long. So that opens up the options now for this T side. There's a few things you can do once you get that early long control. One of them is post a player up and then rotate in the opposite direction, and it looks like that's the tactic they're going to employ here. And look at what that's done to the minimap, mate. They've pulled the B anchor off the site entirely. Really good call coming through from Nemanja. And AVN, he's now posted in pit. It would be a pretty good idea for him to continue to keep the pressure up, maybe throw that cross smoke or something. You just want to keep the CTs invested, because they've all been drawn in that direction. And Passion UA, Zero Tenacity, are they going to go through tunnels here? It doesn't look like it. They've decided against that play. Instead, they're just going to push straight into this B bomb site.
Zero Fix, he's in a perfect position. Primed, ready. The espionage takes contact. It's 2 dinks, but no frags. Pressure, though, forcing Zero Tenacity through onto the B-bomb side. As I mentioned, no kills. Yes, Fear does catch off AVN on the lurk, but these 2 players still in prime position to get damage done. Issue is there's no utility. As soon as this smoke fades on door, it's free pickings for the Passion UA CT defense.
Yeah, it's true. So much damage done there and towards tunnels, but they need to finish off the round. They need to finish off those kills. Nemanja sees 3 players in towards tunnels, and he's trying to deal with them. In the meantime, he's losing his teammates, and he will lose his head as well. Chopo and Simke, the last 2 players left alone, minus Simke. It's Chopo. He doesn't have any health, but he's gotten himself a kill. Does the defuse get stuck here? Initially, yes, but then Jambo lets go. And I think there's just enough time. Is there? No, there's not. Oh my god, Chopo saves the day. With barely any health as well. That was chaotic in the B-bomb side. I need to run that one back to see exactly what had happened.
And exactly what I was mentioning. Just because they're low HP does not mean they're dead. Joffo, one of the inaugural players that was dinked, is actually the reason why Zero Tenacity end up winning the round. A perfect played 1 versus 2, a 3k in total. He had some insane standout performances on the A bomb site as an anchor. Sure, maybe not the one player you'd see in the limelight all too often because of his positioning, but right there, he comes into fruition. And Passion UA, they know they should have been able to win that retake, especially considering they had the damage, especially considering they had Zero Fix underpass, getting all that damage. They had Fear getting AVN on the lurk. Everything was pointing towards a Passion UA victory. They had no utility on the Zero Tenacity side, but they somehow pull through.
I still want to give a lot of credit to Nemanja and how he calls that round, right? Because I think it's a very good call, a very good strat in general with how they use that long control they had and the decisions they make. Sure, when it comes down to the gunfights, Passion UA probably should have won that round, but I still think it was a brilliant call. And they can really break Passion UA if they win this round here, Zero Tenacity. You win this, 11-7. CTs have no money after that, 12-7, probably an unassailable lead. So let's see if Zero Tenacity can put Passion UA to the sword here. Oh, the timing. The timing is so good here from Zero Tenacity, trying to make their way through middle. Simke catches Fear. They know where Zero Fix is as well. But he is good to hold down the line. And that's actually going to send Zero Tenacity packing in the opposite direction.
This is a weird round. Nemanja, he's got such good space off long. However, Chikazmo now anticipating it. Head spotted from both sides, but Nemanja struggles to react in time. A bomb site capitulated. I thought maybe Zero Tenacity had overcooked this round, so if they just headed towards B, they probably would have won it out and traded on to Zero Fix. Still, though, that same conversation can be applied. Molotov on short is going to be good, but just a little bit too early. So these 2 players retaking are more than happy to wait a few seconds. Chikazmo does get a little bit of tag damage. Actually, enough where the scout should be 1-shot potential. Scout lands on Zero Fix. Nemanja on the flank gets caught off guard, does not realize they'd be coming in from behind. And Passion UA, I think they were just going for a save anyway. Jambo, can he save the AWP? Just about, it appears.
Yeah, but that's just a small consolation prize, man. 11-7, the round going to go the way of Z10, and that's a really big boost for their chances here in Dust 2 winning this gun round in particular. Like you say, they almost overcook the round, but they pull it out of the oven just in time, and it's succulent and tender, isn't it? Because the call that follows through there is another very good one from Nemanja. It must be said, man. He's calling some great rounds on this T side right now. The pivot away from the B bomb side because of the control he has towards long. You could see they were committed to that B bomb side, but once AVN goes down here, they realize, okay, we got to change up the approach. So those 2 players make their way up short. Nemanja goes through long. And then he even denies a couple players saving their guns as well. So, great work coming through from the IGL. Not only in the calling department, but the fragging as well.
The things you love to see. That was a really well played round. I think they'd actually won it already. I'm pretty sure Passion UA were actually saving when Nemanja strike.
Yeah, they were for sure.
Yeah, that's why they kind of ran into him with their knives out. But still, like, he takes away the rifles. But what he doesn't take away is that big green that Jambo has in his hand. Well, it's not very green. It's more of a chroma color. or a chroma paint. It's not really a color, is it? And it gets a frag. That's the more, you know, enough of my pedantics. That's the more important factor. It gets the opening kill. Onto, as well, Nemanja, the one player you probably don't want to be falling first.
Oh, there's a scout on B platform. It's the only player on the B bomb site right now. ZeroFix is trying so hard to maintain his position. S Chiller is the one who's rotated across to try and pad up the defense. But again, Zero Tenacity are just going to pump the brakes here. They're so happy to cancel the original plan and then try something different. And I actually really love, I credit that, man. I applaud that, rather, should I say. I think it's good that a team is able to change things up on a moment's notice. But S Chiller, he's tracking them down right now. He's caught them with their back turned. He wants more than just the one guaranteed kill, and he will claim, well, neither. Fear gets both, but his team will win the round, and that's ultimately what matters the most.
No, it doesn't. HLTV stats is what matters the most, Hayes. Don't be silly. He does finally get his one kill, but yeah, he's just tracking them down. Perfect movement and perfect sequence of play. They have no idea. They were none the wiser. Still, though, Passion UA, they trail by 3. But that is what a round to be winning, though, right?
Yeah, as I was going to say, though, as much as I've been crediting Zero Tenacity for their ability to change things up on the fly, I think that was probably one of the rounds where it wasn't necessary, because now we've seen them do it 3 rounds in a row where they've cancelled the initial approach and tried something different. There was only one player on that B bomb site. They kill ZeroFix, and it's just S Chiller who's there with an MP9.
Yeah.
And that's enough to scare them away entirely. So I think they should have just continued to commit there.
It's also something where it doesn't even feel like they're changing their minds. It almost feels like that is the game plan, and that Passion UA are reading into that plan, and that's exactly why S Chiller was able to get so aggressive so early. Yeah, it was just blood in the water, and the Apex Predator, he holds no fear. Fortune favors the bold, and speaking of boldness, Zero Tenacity, they are being struck down in their spawn. They can even barely walk out. Passion UA already up middle, but it does just result in the 1-for-1 trade, and it was also a kill into a pistol, therefore allowing these pistols to upgrade into a rifle on Jacasmo's body if they're able to even get that.
Yeah, it's actually a really important round for Zero Tenacity. If you look at their money, you realize they don't have much going into the round after this if they lose this round here, so they have to keep it together. Edging their way up long and towards this A-bomb site they go. The nade doesn't completely clear out the smoke. Simke had no health, but he will be able to cross. It's going to be the tip of the spear. And they're actually just using him as the information player. But he gets so much more than info. He takes ZeroFix's head off. And I don't even know if Passion UA are going to attempt the retake here, man. They don't have much money of their own.
Come on, Yambo. Go for the jumping quickly. Wait, but he's alive. Okay, Yambo gets one, and now they're being sandwiched by Nemanja. Issue is, everybody's dying on the A-bomb site, so Nemenja's doing so much damage, and the Tech-9 finally finds his frag. Still, though, Fear is in a winnable position. No kit, so I guess that's the only downside. And with 3 HP, I think he's gonna have to go and save Simka. Maybe just swing out. Yeah, doesn't realize, but the headshot will just connect him. Nemanja saves the AWP, saves the round for Zero Tenacity. The Tech-9 was probably the worst weapon you'd want to have at that range, but maybe because he just had so many bullets, it was actually the best. That is now 12 for Zero Tenacity, and map point on their opponent's map pick after they lost it under the cider 13-4, not even 24 hours ago.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Honestly, that was so good from Nemanja. He was a nuisance because not only does he inflict all that damage and get the kills, it's just about how much attention he takes away from that A-bomb side. He's just toying with his opponents at that point, man. Never giving them the direct gunfight. He's just like one of those small dogs, right? That's like very annoying. Just constantly yapping away there, barking. Yeah, like just like at your ankles, nipping at your ankles.
Yeah,
Every time you try to kick it, it just like, you know, runs away, but then it comes right back. So
it almost like loves the pain.
Well, I don't know, man, because it was tough to even inflict any pain on Nemanja in that instance. He was just like toying with them. They
almost tried to ignore him and be like, "Oh, the Tech-9's too far away."
Yeah, which was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I guess he did actually end up just hitting a lot of those shots. So that is the one That's just the one talking point, and no AWP being saved by Passion UA. We saw that for Yambo when they had that low buy round. The AWP was the reason why there was any sense of progression. He started everything, and it might just be a full XQ for Zero Tenacity. We've said that they've moved away from their original ideas multiple times. This time, that is most certainly not the case. Yambo tries to find a gap around that Molotov. However, the T-side Molotov, that hasn't been nerfed. That's still as strong as ever. What? They're losing the players. Zero Fix with the Deagle, he's got 2, and now Brute Monster, his AWP saved from the last. A player coming from short very, very late. First focus will be Zero Fix. He's looking for a triple and a leg shot. How's he not hit the body there? Zero Fix saving the day.
Yeah, that is a massive round coming through from Zero Fix. I thought that one was over. Zero Tenacity just barreling in towards that A bomb site, looking to trade their way forward, but the trade train actually favors Passion UA. This was the point I was worried for Passion UA, but Zero Fix with his Deagle was great, and then Chikazma gets in on the act as well. This shot here is beautiful, man. That was the kill that changes the outcome of the round.
Who's moving?
12-9. Zero Tenacity going to force up again, but it doesn't look great in terms of what they're able to buy here.
Well, yeah, you've got a really big issue now because you forced by this round. So if you lose this, it's 12-9. Eco, you lose that, it's 12-11. You have one full buy left in the chamber that is without an AWP. And if you don't get a bomb down, you're not going to have the most util. You're not going to have the most to play with. So economy is a real big talking point now for Zero Tenacity. Passion UA, that's 2 rounds now. They've won in very close in very close elements that have been on a low purchase. So that's a big issue I see for Zero Tenacity. Maybe even going to second map if we even maybe go to overtime first potentially.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see if that does prove to be the case as we see Passion UA looking to mount the defense over towards the speed bomb site right now. S Chiller just playing around the smoke grenade, holds his ground, holds down mouse button 1, but he's only going to be able to get the 2 kills. Fia's got a very quick flank coming through the tunnels. He wants to force the issue through this tunnel smoke. Nemanja is reloading, and at the same time, there's pressure being applied from window and double doors. This is a very good retake coming through from Passion UA right now. Brit Monster has been able to pick up the AWP though. He's got the line. Can he get this kill? Absolutely. Barely gets offered up an inch there, but takes the entire life. And now that brings it into an even keel situation. Passion UA looking to try and break their way through, but Brit Monster, he is an immovable object right now on the speed bomb site, but he can't finish it off. Chikazma with 2 quick kills has robbed Zero Tenacity blind.
What in God's name was that from Chikazmo? What just happened? We need to get a replay of that. That USP shot onto Brute Monster. What? There was no head armor on even players, and Chikazmo's just done something out of this world. What? Okay, so Brute Monster, he's done fantastic. What's just happened here?
Here we go. Boom.
Oh, that's insane!
Like mate, that is a tap transfer. You know, you get a spray transfer?
Yeah.
That right there is a tapping transfer. Didn't even take a moment to reset the gun.
What?
Oh my god.
From Brute Monster's perspective, that looked absolutely ridiculous. And
Even
that
from Chikazmo's.
I don't even know what's just happened. Passion UA, they've been saved by a USP of all things. And Brute Monster's AWP, he picked it up and it unfortunately wasn't enough. Now on the full eco, they are being churned through. Zero Tenacity, they should have closed it off there. That was their prime opportunity, which is strange to think. They've had so many opportunities. And overtime, looming.
And there we go. Job done in terms of winning the round here for Passion UA. As you say, one more round is what's required to force us into overtime. Zero Tenacity have been in control of Dust 2 throughout the entirety of the map. But Passion UA have continued to nip away at their heels. And one more bite will get the job done. Let's see. Can Passion UA force us into OT, or do Zero Tenacity get the job done in the last possible round of regulation? Oh, Jambo, that is so brave. I mean, he has looked for a couple early gunfights in towards middle, and he's found a few opening kills. He's taken down the key player of Nemanja as well. That's a huge pick coming through from him.
Yes, unlike the last game, these AWPers have been on fire. And Yambo might be the difference maker, unless Brute Monster has something to say about it. But tagged by the smoke, he's running away, potentially baiting an AVN. It's going to be Zero Fix taking the first contact. AVN somehow wins out that duel. No idea how Zero Fix hasn't been able to claim that. Because of it, it's a 4 versus 4.
Zero Tenacity going to just try and get the job done and towards this B bomb site here. That is where they're going to try and finish off the map. There is only one player on the side of the map. There aren't even any quick rotations for S-Chiller. Behind the box right now, deep in the bomb site. It is a very strong angle. It's not like you clear this position out when you push into the bomb site itself. Your back normally turned, but Simcare, oh, he adjusts. And he gets a huge kill. And that's a big problem for Passion UA here, mate. 4 versus 3, and it has to be a retake for the CT side. Sure, they've got util, they've got kits as well. Jambo's alive with the AWP. But look at Chofo's position.
I'd be
oh,
so
Chikazmo's
mad.
never gonna clear this. I'd be seething. He kind of has an inclination, but Chofo's got the kill, and surely that makes the retake impossible.
Oh, I'd be so angry if I'm Chikazmo there. You get this unreal USP 2-tap in the previous round, and then you get caught off in T-spawn. Zero Tenacity win their opponent's map pick. They bounce back in a matter of 24 hours to rejuvenate themselves on Dust 2, and now they head on to their bread and butter of Anubis with...
The thing is even though they don't have the greatest scalps on the map, Passion UA is still sort of from the same echelon as the rest of the teams that Zero Tenacity have beaten. So it's not like they're stepping up against like a tier 1.5 or high tier 2 team that they're playing against now in Anubis. So while generally I agree with you, I don't think that should affect them right now. Brit Monster opens up very nicely. There's more where that came from as well. And himself and AVN have combined to find all 4 kills. Thank you very much, Passion UA. That's the end of the pistol. And then Field jumps through, and he's like, bro, why are there 3 more players here? I've just killed one of you. What is going on?
Okay, welcome to Anubis, ladies and gentlemen. Zero Tenacity. Maybe this is how they're so good at it. Maybe there's just this wild, wacky Counter-Strike that you can't even describe sometimes. But that is a pretty good performance from AVN and Brute Monster. Especially Brute Monster and Nemanja already getting on the scoreboard very early on. That's a very dangerous sign for the Passion UA side. Jofo as well, I do want to mention, and I also do want to praise how good his anchoring was over on the A-bomb side. And I feel like he won a lot of those rounds out kind of single-handedly, actually, for Zero Tenacity, or got it so close because of his individualism. And now over towards A, I feel like we're going to be seeing that very similar recreation.
Yeah, I think that you're right. Chofo was definitely one of the unsung heroes. Brit Monster did very well on Dust 2 as well. Nemanja had a light. I feel like you could actually just make a point for all 5 players. In fact, they all had their moments. Remember Simca with that Desert Eagle, barely any health, you know, finding some great entries. They just need to be careful here not to over-peak against the pistols. Probably best to let your teammates finish off the job from here, Mr. Nemanja. That's exactly what he will do for the most part as well. Falls back to cameras. I like the way Passion UA are playing this, just throwing numbers in towards mid, trying to see if they can find some damage. And they will get a kill, but that should be the only frag in the round. And if I'm Chofo, oh god, I'm hunting with that MP9. Best believe, man, I'm running into middle, guns blazing, looking for that last kill. But, well, he's a more disciplined man than I.
Well, yeah, I think I would have been swinging for the fences there. Eco cleaned up, very easily done. And right now, Passion UA, they're going to be going on to their first gun round. Fear, though, having bought a lot of utility, is going to be on the Tech 9. So you have a lack of weaponry there. And I can honestly imagine like a default is just a very fast pop play towards something like the A-bomb side. And that maybe is where the bomb is going, where you have some utility middle, you have some presence over towards B, and you do just go for this pop towards the A-bomb side. But Nemanja, was that a nade or was that a straight spam through the smoke onto Chikazmo?
I'm not sure, but it is an opening kill. Either way, he's not going to be concerned about how they come, but the frag will certainly be welcomed. Zerofix is one with his monitor.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's become the crosshair. Oh, Chofo. He actually overextends on the jiggle there. The nade will inflict damage, and Britmonster is able to finish off the kill. And it's actually good attention to detail from him that he doesn't just pull his knife out and try and jump back to the bomb site, because he could have been traded there. He knows there could be another player, so just good attention there, covering his bases, and he regains that man advantage for his team as a result.
This is really good mid-rounding from Zero Tenacity. The only issue now is that Simka is very much alone over on this B-bomb site. He does have a flash, he does have a nade, but how much is his utility going to do? And yeah, Zero Fix going so close. AVN's not even going to anticipate as he comes around the corner, but Simka survives. Molotov lands on him. AVN is going to swoop in for one and a dink. Close, but no cigar. Zero Tenacity forced into a retake.
Does he go through the smoke is the question. Nemanja closing the gap. The bomb planter is very low, and Brutmonster's actually found a gap on the opposite side of that smoke. Fear tries to tap away, but he loses his gunfight with Nemanja. The man who started the round for Zero Tenacity will finish it off as well. And that's a clean start here to the team who have picked the map. 3-0, they go up. There will be another gun round here for them to contest, but they'll be pretty content with the way things have played out here so far. How are you feeling about your prediction, Grimmy?
Feeling great, man.
Yeah?
Feeling great. Feeling on top of the world. Feeling like we got a... Feeling like we potentially don't have that 2 over Passion UA.
Potentially.
Enough.
Yeah, it's definitely potentially.
I'm not great at maths now, but
I'm pretty sure that 2-0 is out of contention, yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling I'm onto something here. Especially this round though as well. Like, this round was like a great round for Zero Tenacity. Zero Fix makes it contestable with his aggro contact play, but then they still can't hold on.
Interestingly enough, Passion UA haven't actually forced up here. I thought they might have. You know, there's the reward of trying to reset the CT's economy. They've got a couple counts of round loss bonus and the bomb plants. They could have got Galil's and armor here. They've decided instead to play the long game. They will still have some firepower, but honestly, we saw how well they did with Galil's and armor on Dust 2, but they've got a plan here. They're playing with pace. Straight in towards this B-bomb site they go. Utility raining in. AVN, the first points of contention, will be able to find a multi-kill, as does Simka. There's basically no blood spilt here on the Z10 side as they keep all 5 players alive.
So, that was quite a clean round. Well, I guess Pop is only the one in contest. I think Pop's going to be the right one. 2-0 for Zero Tenacity. They're looking to make it 12 rounds in a 12 games in a row. They've been on a phenomenal spree, not only in just Europe in general, but on this map. Bless you, Hayes.
Thanks, mate. Couldn't get to the mute button in time.
Couldn't
Sorry,
get to
everyone.
the mute button. You know what? It happens. But to be fair, this is exactly how the last game started. It was an identical 4-0 lead for Zero Tenacity, and they ended up having a superb CT side, but it was then the really strong beginning for Passion UA on their CT side. And it was a very CT side dominated occurrence, which we thought was a bit strange when we looked at Dust 2. It might be even stranger once again if we have both of these maps so far today be CT side, but that's a great opening kill and a great sequence of play. Issue is they instantly give back.
Yeah, it's a nice angle held there by Yambo in a bit of a forward position, but not too deep in mid that he's putting himself in trouble. And those nades don't actually land on the mark, so Fear's okay, 60 points of health kind of thing. Even playing field as Passion UA start to gravitate in towards this B-bomb site. Oh, Simka's got a really big job to do towards E-box. S-Chiller is low. He'll get that frag for free, but the trade was always going to come through. Trades are actually the name of the game, and there's no immediate response from the B main players, and now they've been smoked off. I think Fear had to try and force the issue a little bit more there.
Once again, Zero Tenacity, they're able to get the opener. Sure, they lose theirs, but they instantly trading out and giving themselves back this advantage. It feels like they're always in the driving seat when we're looking at these early rounds. And this would be a change of history. Zero Tenacity, if they win this, then they'd be able to change the narrative slightly. And they've just got everybody here. They've run into it perfectly. 15 seconds. Jambo, what a quick shot. But it's Brute Monster with his consistency on the AWP. Sure, Jambo gets 2, but Brute Monster's double is way more beneficial.
Yeah, I think Fia had to be a bit more proactive there in the round. He should never have been the last player to die. When his teammates were pressuring E-Box, I think he needed to be a bit more active coming through from B main. He gets smoked off, and that basically ends the round there for his team. No bomb plant now for the T side. And now they'll go for... Yeah, it makes sense. They're going to sell some guns. I've seen this becoming a bit more... Okay, this is all over the place. Chikazmo has saved a bit more money, probably to get the AWP. S-Chiller hasn't fully invested. 3 players have gone all in. I mean, this is very reliant on getting a bomb plant here in this round.
Yeah.
This looks like a bit of a mess, to be honest, this investment here from Passion UA.
This is a great start for Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, agreed.
And even the CT round, like, look, you have AVN rotating in to go help Joffo on the bomb site directly. You have Brute Monster smoked off right now in Temple, but he's going to be able to give good coverage on middle alongside Nemena. And this is just a really nice round for Zero Tenacity. Smoke camera now fading. Chikazmo has the jump, and he will pounce. Nemenya, first of all, A1S can be picked up if he wants to upgrade. And now in the meantime, they're rotating back away from this A bomb site over towards B. But AVN, luckily, sorry, Brute Monster is actually going to be rotating in. And the AWP, good positioning, scopes out, but still strikes. Cranium burst open on Fear. He's being wrapped around. How is Brute Monster alive? How is the B bomb site still not capitulated? Zero Tenacity, the rotations are here now. Jambo last alive, deep in CT spawn, and Joffo trades out his teammates.
How on earth do Zero Tenacity not relinquish control of the B bomb site there? Was a Brute Monster stay alive for as long as he does? I thought for a second he might even hit that no-scope. Can you imagine if he turns 180 degrees and he connects? It would have been insane. This was still a good kill from Chikazmo to set the round in motion, but I think Passion UA just overthink that situation. They don't get that kill and then activate immediately afterwards. They try play the long game and hope they force rotations, and again, no bomb plant means 4 Galils in this next gun round. Light on util, a couple of players, no AWP. We know that Jambo's been big on that AWP in the series so far, so I think that's also a big problem here for the T side. Oh, this is a very big part of the map right now. Some kid's been doing a great job in E-Box. He's in the corner playing anti-flash. They don't even clear him as they push through the smoke because they're never expecting the gunfight to come through from there.
The fact that also he almost kills S-Chiller is crazy. Chikazmo's been tagged outside B. Simka, a triple in the last, a double in this. 2 multi-kills back-to-back with the utmost of importance. 1 late round, the other early. He simply has not been missing. The anchors have marveled on either of these maps. And now it's the AWP that seems to deal those defying finishing blows.
No.
Fear, though, that's a big frag to be picking up. AVN forced out into the open because of the Molotov. And all of a sudden, the script has been flipped. Nemenya does mitigate the danger, putting it into a 2 versus 2. Joffo, is he going to reveal his position with the Molo? Yes, he will. And Nemenya's on 4 HP because he just walked into the Molotov. Joffo, though, could he deny the bomb? No, it's planted in a safe position, but not for CT. That does mitigate a little bit Chikazmo's lurk.
Yeah, this is very awkward right now. Chofo's trying to figure out exactly where these players have positioned themselves, and he should get the kill on the S-Chiller for free, and he does exactly that, but never expects Chikazmo to come through from Connector, and Nemanya's got 2 points of health. This is mission impossible for him, man. Chikazmo knows that he's low. He has to connect on a single bullet. 1 bullet would be enough to get the job done. Incendiary misses the mark as well, and Chikazmo's got a favorable angle. That was a very messy round from Nemanja. You know, he takes a lot of unnecessary damage, but even in general, you can't even just pick out Nemanja. You know, Brute Monster on the AWP, he gets way too far ahead of himself, taking those continuous fights in towards Canals. Then AVN decides to go forward off the back of the molly as well. I mean, Simke's reckoning, oh mate, I've won the round for my team with that double kill, surely, right? But no, Passion UA, that's their first round they get on the board.
First round they get on the board, and I don't think it's because of their excellence. I think it's because of the ignorance and Zero Tenacity overextending, AVN pushing util. You've got Brute Monster going unnecessarily, peeking twice. Nemenya, as you mentioned, but straight away throwing caution to the wind. Nemenya this time comes out victorious in middle with a big frag on Jakizmo, and even in that last 1v1, if he'd thrown a nade or if the Molotov had landed, he probably would have actually won the round out because of how low Jakizmo was himself. But we can't dwell on the past. And Zero Tenacity, they might just... Okay, Nemenya, that's... Okay, we're actually... This is an identical round. Simka gets a double in the previous, gets traded for a smoke. Nemenya gets a double here, traded for his smoke. Will it just be the exact same thing that happens then, where a round shouldn't be won, but is won by Passion UA?
Z10 have learned from their mistakes. Look, they're not overfacing anymore after they've gotten those opening kills. Not continuing to take up unnecessary fights. Man, Passion UA, I think somebody needs to tell them there's another bomb site here. And I'm not saying it's not going to work with them going B, but this has been their fallback option pretty much every single round so far. Simke just jiggling with the incendiary. It's not the quickest jiggle, so he might be a bit late to the party. There we go. He realized he's going to bank it off the wall. He's trying to take the bait away from AVN, but neither of them get a kill. So now all of a sudden, as you say, it does look like it's going to be more of the same. A double kill entry from Z10. But the round will still go the way of the T side. I don't even think they can attempt this retake here when you look at their money.
No kit as well, and yeah, they're just going to call their losses there. A genuine identical round. Pin perfect identical. You have low HP players on Passion UA, but they still make it work. Zero Tenacity, that is very disappointing, because from many alternates and many perspectives, this should be 8-0. However, it's 6-2, and Passion UA, they have a footing in.
This time you can't really fault Zero Tenacity as much though. I mean, it's not like they give up the round by overfacing. But they do miss a couple shots. You know, AVN wasn't too clean on the spray. Simke wasn't able to get much done either. Passion UA, they start to build themselves into this game. Of course, this map was played between the two teams yesterday. It was Zero Tenacity's pick, which means Passion UA had the choice of sides. Again, they started T side. It wasn't 8-4 half, Grimmy, in favor of Z10. So, pretty similar to what we're seeing here. Both teams preferring the CT side, as was the case on Dust 2 as well. Certainly goes against the grain. This is an eco round, though, for the CT side. There is some firepower from the AWP and M4 that have been carried through. Simke is on the brink, and yeah, it was a pretty risque position. ABN only has a USP, so there's no chance for him to make anything happen. And if you've got the AWP or M4, you're just heading for the... Nope, apparently not.
For the grave, you were saying?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for finishing my sentence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought as well, you know. A1S, let's go for a retake when I'm in a 1 versus 5, basically, in connector. But, okay, Brute Monster will not have the AWP next round, as they only have 2400 loss bonus. So if he doesn't save this, that's going to be a big asterisk next to his name. I think he should be able to save it. There are players, obviously, in somewhat of a proximity and somewhat of a position where they're moving towards him. But I don't think they're going to be able to get to the position they have to get to in the correct timing. And Passion UA, 3 rounds on the trot. They've been able to put Zero Tenacity onto an eco, so they got that free round. Now, are we going to potentially see a 6-6 half or something like a 7-5, which would be a big change up from the 8-4 that Zero Tenacity got yesterday and still didn't win it out in regulation, and also a big change up from that dominant 6-0 lead that we had that a lot of people could have seen as an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, it's peculiar because generally Zero Tenacity prefer the T side of this map, and we haven't seen that, at least in terms of yesterday's game, where they let that 8-4 lead slip into overtime going into their T side. But see what's going to happen here. All important round. Zero Tenacity still fully in the driver's seat, but that won't be the case if they lose this gun round. Reduced to an eco afterwards. Oh, Brit Monster timing nearly devastating for him. Jambo continues to clear out the angles. I love the way that he steps through the angles, but he still will walk off worse for wear, down to a single point of health.
We saw in Dust 2 how important it is to actually kill your opponents and not leave them still standing.
Yeah. Players like Donk, doesn't matter how much health they have, they play like they have 100
of like
HP.
Choffo. Yeah, no. Donk plays like he has 700, not even 100.
True, yeah, good point.
Bro has plot armor perma. But, no kills for either side, but a big bit of damage from on at least 1 or 2 players on either side. And Passion UA...
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Hayes? I'll let you have the floor.
No, I interrupted you so rudely. That was horrific. But I just got caught off there by how the fact that Passion are going B again. It's
yeah,
the
that's
same
exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly.
Mate, we're on one, aren't we?
Bro, you know, great minds. Great. It's just because we share the same brain. And yeah, they're just moving like rooks between the B bomb site, and they send S Chiller in first, the low HP player. Sure, he falls. The trade is there, and I was gonna say surely the round is there, but look at this quick rotation from the Mena. There's no Molotov that's gonna displace him this time, and they are full gas ahead. Jakismo though, he's already won a clutch. 8 seconds, he's running through. AVN's got a USP out. Jakismo can't land the spray, and this time AVN wins out the clutch for his squad. 3 kills in the round, and the B bomb site does not fall.
Honestly, I never expected AVN to win that clutch out. Once the Jakasmo had got that first kill, I thought the clutch was dead to right there for him, but AVN somehow able to hold his nerve there. USP out, takes down the rampaging Jakasmo. It seemed like it was Passion UA's round for the taking. Nemanja throws a spanner in the works with his activation towards E-Box. Was a good trade that came through there from Fear, and this was AVN in the 1v1. Oh my goodness. That is insane that he wins the clutch with a pistol. I'd say that's bare minimum now for Zero Tenacity in terms of the job being done in this first half, considering how well they had started. These next 2 rounds are gravy.
Gravy?
Yeah. Like, you don't need it. It's not essential. It's just like an extra added on top.
I would honestly say that this is essential. I think gravy is even further essential. I think a 7-5 half is not going to be enough. I think that they need to be going for the 8-4, 9-3, especially considering how they've played in a lot of these rounds. They probably should have won. And right now, you almost could have said, oh, bomb got denied. Huh? Yeah. Brute Monster spams, but everybody else around him dies. And honestly, I genuinely think 7-5 would not be enough.
I think it is enough for them to feel comfortable and remain competitive. I don't think it's like game over in the first half because they didn't get 8-4.
Ooh. Also, I don't want to hear this slander from Gravy.
I mean, Gravy, would you rather have mash and mash and bangers, pork sausages for anyone who doesn't know what that is, or would you rather have gravy?
Gravy.
Okay, all right. Well,
like, I'm such a stickler.
I'm
for
not
gravy.
too proud to be sharing a brain with you anymore.
Gravy is the.
You're just in your gravy boat with the spoon. Are you calling it soup now, basically?
Bro, like good, like when it's like stock, when it's like, you know, it's got like chicken in it, and it's like oh, it's beautiful. But what is beautiful is the Zero Fix just eliminates Brute Monster, and you can see even he doesn't know what's happened. 7-5 now most certainly determined as they're gonna have no money, no orb, and no gravy.
Can't believe you haven't heard that one before, man.
Well, because I'm on this side of gravy is essential.
Yeah, but it's an extra. It's something that's added on top. It's added on top at the end.
It's not
the meat and potatoes of the dish.
You will not beat me in this.
Alright, well, for the sanity of everybody watching, then I'll let you be right. You know what Keanu Reeves said? He said, if you tell me 1 + 1 = 300, then you know what, mate, you're right, because I prioritize my sanity over being correct. You can be happy or you can be right, Grimmy, and you choose to be right, so go on, lad.
I'm happy with my gravy.
No, I enjoy gravy as well. I'm also a gravy enjoyer, to be fair.
I'll make you some banger gravy when we next see each other. When we see each other. If we see each other.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. When?
When? Okay. Well, when will Zero Tenacity stop throwing these rounds away?
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be one of them because they don't have great weapons to work with. They're going to try and aggress in towards canals. It's a really nice little flash play there to get the opening frag. By the way, Passion UA have not ended A once throughout this entire half. Not once.
Yeah, actually. They're
trying to go there in the pistol round.
Yeah, and they were just like, you know what, guys? Let's go B. And they might
Next
be
round, we
walking
should try
into
go
group.
B here.
Yeah, guys,
It
let's
does
go.
look like.
Yeah. But actually, this is shaping up like an A default. Yeah, they're gonna split A, wrapping around middle. This is actually a good setup, and it all depends on how these opening picks formulate in middle. If Jambo just instantly gets his kill, that okay,
well.
Jakizmo gets both. Okay, never mind. I was setting up some sort of like nice story of like, okay, maybe if Jambo doesn't get the insta kill, then it's winnable. But it actually just all tumbles away. Fear is able to catch off the rotations, and Jakizmo gets a triple walking out of the A bomb site. 7-5. You said that this was fine. I'm honestly of the opinion that if the pistol round goes to Passion UA right now, then I don't think this is enough.
I think it's definitely enough for them to feel competitive, even if they do lose the pistol. We know how much the T side of Anubis lends itself to a successful half, and well, Zero Tenacity do have a good T half on this map. They sport, like, I think it was a near 60% win rate when I had a look a bit earlier. So they are very comfortable on the T side. The problem for me is how things fell apart there for Zero Tenacity, winning 6-0, and you think back to that 7th round in the 5v3, or I guess 4v3 because there was a trade on the player who got the double. They just completely overface and give up their lives. So they were the architects of their own demise. Jakazmo wants to peek on a timing, and he doesn't just peek, he gets a kill, a second, and it looks like a third is Destiny, and absolutely, his USP shoots different from everybody else's.
Yeah, man, it's the his USP, if no one remembers, on Dust 2, it was a 1 versus 2 that kept them alive, put them into round 24. It eventually didn't really spell to anything, but it was one of the craziest 1v2s I've ever seen. And right there, it's just the exact same thing. That's also back-to-back triple kills for him, and Chofo with the P250. Gets one, but Jakizmo, you know what? He does one better than a triple this round. He gets a 4K, ice cold in the veins. Passion UA, they pick up the pistol round, and as I said, I think I think this is like we're coming to a stage where Zero Tenacity, they threw away the extensive lead they have. They've also thrown away the momentum, and Passion UA now claim almost both of them.
Okay, anti-eco, Passion UA going to be able to clean up and level up the scoreline with ease. 7-all scoreline, all 5 players stay alive. And now we get into the meat and the potatoes of the second half. This is where Zero Tenacity are going to look to try and make their mark. They've lost 7 out of the past 8 rounds we've played here. So it's certainly Passion UA with all the momentum behind them as we head into this first gun round. Rifles across the board on the server. Bar Jambo, MP9 for him. And there are moves being made by the CT side right now. My goodness, Chofo was privy to it, and Simke will get in on the act as well. Okay, Passion UA. I really like the attempt there. Unfortunately, it just doesn't stick.
Yeah, like an early default where they're trying to take control towards water, it just gets countered perfectly. And it's one of those defaults where if you know how to counter, and if you're a team like Zero Tenacity and you're going into your 56th game played in the last 3 months, you probably have some sort of standard procedure to counter that. But if you don't have something to counter that, you can really catch teams off guard if the utility and the communication and also the default for the T side is not set up in correct ways. For now, it's just, can S-Chiller save the A1S? The answer is a brutal no. Zero Tenacity, that is, in my opinion, a round that I didn't think they were going to pick up just off like the momentum and how the game was going, but that really does change everything for me. I think that first gun round was a real an end all that Zero Tenacity had to be winning, and it does break up Passion UA's somewhat progression now.
Yeah, I still think it's a good option in the first full gun round because it was a bonus round for the most part for Passion UA, and they're trying to catch Zero Tenacity off guard coming into the first gun round by playing with pace, by getting in their faces. It's something Z10 will have to have in the back of their minds going forward, but they deal with it very nicely on that occasion. And if they can win this round here, Grimmy, then they put a mountain of pressure on Passion UA, especially considering Z10 are leading the series 1-0 at the moment. So this gun round actually carries a huge amount of weight for the CT side, and there's a few pieces they've had to fill the gaps with here. The MP9 and FAMAS, not ideal. The team's trading utility A main. End up with some dead air basically between the smokes, although that space will now get taken by Chofo. It's good information being gained by Z10, and by continuing to apply pressure, it will force Passion UA to stay focused on that side of the map.
Yeah, good control towards middle being kind of attempted, and as you mentioned, it does just force players to stay over towards that side, and with now Fear and Zerofix with no utility between them and no rotations to even be remotely close, this is going to have to be an insane hold. Fear does get an advantage that the Molotov does get faded in that smoke, but now he's all by himself. He gets brought down. Jambo, fast flank, but I'm pretty sure they know about him. Everybody has actually got here very quickly, and they're not going to anticipate Chakasmo. He strikes, but only for one. AVN, he's now running towards the A-bomb side. They have the complete read of this situation. They know Jambo's on the flank. They cancel out S-Chiller and Connector, and the A side, there's no one there, and the bomb gets there in the nick of time.
It's a really nice plant as well, because he planted the bomb for Sumke and he's been able to get off the site. He spotted Jambo. Jambo now has the info where both players are. He has not got a kit either. He's desperately searching for that C4. He knows he has to tap it to try and bait these players out. The T-Rex arm's not helping. It's a nice reposition here coming through from him, but the flash clips him. Still somehow able to not only regain his vision, but even get the kill. And now with the USP, Jambo. My goodness. You're getting me out of my seat with that one, man. That's a madman approach. You know what? I respect it.
I mean, we've seen people on his team win these clutches that I don't think were even remotely possible. I was looking at that. I was looking at the USP, and I was thinking, oh no, history's repeating itself once more. But Passion UA, they make this round so much more contestable than I anticipate. Fear and Zerofix, the fact they go 2 for 2 on this bomb site with no utility and honestly not very good positions to play off each other impressed me so much. Jakismo, all of a sudden, is a 3 versus 2, and I'm like, hold on a second. But Jambo was just lying on the flank, and S-Chiller doesn't get anything from Connector. Zero Tenacity, they just about hold on. They force Passion UA on an eco, and they're going to be looking to hit double digits.
Yeah, that's a massive round for Zero Tenacity to win, and I love that they even make the decision to pivot towards that A-bomb site on a moment's notice, right? No information for Passion UA. They catch wind of it, but it was too late. S-Chiller was caught as he tried to respond, and it does look like Z10 are going to push into the pistol stack here over on the A-bomb side. It is just USP, so it's a toothless stack. And there we go, they deal with it accordingly. All 5 players stay alive, they get themselves up to double digits, and they're now just 3 rounds away from finishing off the job.
Okay. A 2-0, Pop anticipate. Oh, he predicted it. I predicted a 2-0 as well, so I guess I get points for that. You predicted a 2-1. Yeah, you predicted a 2-1, so you're actually the one. Yeah, but you actually got the wrong scoreline, so I win here. That's how it works.
I'll let you have that one.
I need my little.
You need the W's.
I need the W's. We all need a little W sometimes. But Passion UA, they could use with a big W. And Nemanja, he was great on middle, getting these opening kills on the CT side, and he's going to be able to do it here now on the T side. Jambo was getting super over aggressive, and I actually was anticipating something like that to happen, and it occurs so early on. Jambo as well, he's really had a lackluster performance, and that's where Brute Monster has been overpowering him and really putting his teammates in a better position. But Jakismo, someone who has not laid still throughout any of this map, 18 and 12 brings it back to a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, and he's immediately rotated across towards that B-bomb site as well, even taking a couple ticks to the molly to get in that position ahead of time. Zero Tenacity instead, yeah, they pivot away from that B-bomb site. Chilla's in the forward position here with his MP9. Choffo going to walk into the angle. He takes a lot of damage, but he comes up with the kill. And now it's all on Zerofix. He has to lock this down. Oh, it's so awkward when you peek into two players. You don't know who to aim at. You end up shooting between them. And that's the round over. Choffo gets a double kill on the entry into the A bomb sites, as well as Zero Tenacity get themselves up to 11.
Mate, honestly, like, that seems like it might just be game over. And Choffo, the king of the A-bomb side on the C side, didn't get too much action, I'll be honest. Or any, until the last round when he had a MP9 or a 5.7. But he's able to at least make it work on the T side. And now the question is, can Fear and Jacasmo even save? Because, look, there are players getting quite close. And even if they go, like, 1 for 2 here, Zero Tenacity, that's going to be very beneficial, just getting anything out. And, oh, Jacasmo really is living on a prayer right now. But with the new lease on life, he's going to be able to bring that A1S alongside Fear into this next round. Potentially the penultimate round of this map and of the series. And the whole tournament for Passion UA. They went 3-0 in the group stages. Zero Tenacity went 3-1. The only loss was actually a forfeit. So you have the two best teams pretty much from the main Swiss battling it out. True. But it's ending maybe in just a 2-0.
Can you remember a moment where Jambo has had the AWP on an Uber?
I was also thinking that as well.
I don't think he's had the AWP once
and
yet.
And look, he's bought Deagle armor.
I know, it's an overinvestment.
But they're going to win the round anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, Jacasmo can just do Jacasmo things here. Some K is going to try and get the round back in his team's favor, but he will fall foul to Jacasmo as well. So this is looking pretty damn good now. 5 versus 3 for Passion UA on their eco. Zero Tenacity going to be kicking themselves if they've let this one slip away.
The one benefit of having the loss bonus racking up for Passion UA is that on these lower buys, you can buy the 5.7s, the Deagles, the armor. You actually do have a little bit more substance behind these purchases. And Zerofix has been caught with a timing. Choffo now going to be supported by utility and reinforcements. Both Jacasmo and Zerofix are low, and now one is dead. Bomb, though, Fear has got full claim of it. He's going to reveal his position with a grenade. Everyone's dying around him, but Fear could be the difference maker here. How do they not know he's there? He literally threw a grenade. Nemenya, what are you looking at? Fear catches him off, back turned, and now Choffo's left in a 1 versus 2.
Oh, such beautiful repositioning there from Fear, just playing with their mind. Choffo now will step into the guillotine, and he will eventually come up with the kill. Finally, Fear's been dealt with. 25 seconds on the clock. He doesn't know where Estella is. He has to pick up the bomb, and he has to make an immediate decision as to where he's going to try and finish off the round, and it will indeed be this B bomb site. He has no idea where Estella is in the corner, man. Does he fake the plant and try and bait him out here? 10 seconds on the clock. Surely he doesn't just commit. Surely he doesn't go all in. He will, and that will deny him the round. Chiller rounds the corner. Listen, it was probably always supposed to be Passion UA's round with the way that things had started, so it gets really scary that it almost falls apart for them, but they get the point on the board. And as you say, what was going on in the back lines? How did they not get Fear?
Like, he literally threw a grenade. He goes,
I saw. I was wondering why he did that. Exactly.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know if they took contact. The first player, sure, whatever. The second player, I think it was Nemenya. What are you doing, Blood? What's Blood looking at? I don't know. Not the greatest of rounds for Zero Tenacity. Definitely one they'll be looking to forget, and that's a perfect way to remedy it. Jambo instantly decapitated. Dilapidated, though, is Nemenya, as a nade couldn't have landed any closer to him. And Jacasmo in middle, behind the doors.
Surely they wall bang this, right? I mean, if they know you're there, this is very wall bangable.
No, they don't know he's there.
Teams do all the time. They don't know he's there, but it's a very common wall bang. And if they, well, I was saying the T player's presence is known, so there's no reason to go for the discreet approach. Either way, they're going to try and switch their way here in towards this A bomb site. Chiller's hugging the smoke grenades. They don't know where the A anchor is. They're desperately looking for him. Chiller gets a kill and he gets out of dodge.
That's the most important thing. Now he survives. Look at the attention he's kept on him. Issue is, his teammates are not close enough to react off that play. A 2 versus 2 now lies in face for Passion UA. Zero fixed. It's a perfect opener. Takes matters into his own hands. Simka, heaven or Broken Wool, and he chooses Broken Wool, and because of that, Fear peeks out on a perfect timing. Passion UA, they can still end this off in regulation.
Yeah, the CT side is finally gaining some traction now. They're getting momentum. They're locking things down. Good defense initially in towards mid. They're able to get a kill, thin out the numbers, but S-Chilla's the hero. He buys time for his teammates by getting that second kill here. This one in the round was a very big frag from S-Chilla. Zero Tenacity, I think they can afford to continue to buy here, although actually probably going to have to be a half buy. Yeah, it is a few upgraded pistols and some util, but Passion UA have got a prime opportunity now to level up this, to reduce the gap to just one round. Pistols between them and double digits.
Oh, dearie me. And they're making noise in the middle. They're not being quiet about it whatsoever. Fear. Spotted. Smoked out. Two players playing around pillar on the A-bomb side. They're equally going to throw a smoke towards camera, but the T side, they've already surged right through. It's getting a bit messy. S-Chilla's only he gets two, but Jakizmo doesn't get a single frag. That's two A1Ss picked up, and also the bomb down. So at a minimum, you have those 2 kills, plus the $600. AVN, the one player not to wield the rifle, the one player with armor and a P250 playing up close and personal, looking to get baited in now. He's holding for heaven. Brute Monster, low, holding camera, misses his first few shots, and it just seems like Passion UA, they're gonna be the ones that are connecting. AVN does get the first, but it's a bit lumbered. And Zero Tenacity, now they only have a 1-round lead.
Yeah, all that hard work is starting to dissipate as Passion UA claw their way back, but there's still a job to be done here coming into this next gun round. It's going to be a really important round for Passion UA. If they lose this 12-10, and they'll have some residual money, but not on all 5 players. Zero Tenacity doing a very good job of being competitive in every round. Can't really fault them for anything in that post plant there. They didn't have full health on everybody. They didn't have armor on everybody either, so the retake was always going to come through. But this 20-second round is everything right now. Zero Tenacity have been in control throughout the map, but it could slip away right at the end.
Oh, this has got way too close for comfort if you're Z10. I thought this game was done and dusted quite a while ago, to be honest. And it feels like Z10, they keep on giving me that belief that they're going to close it out. And then right back, snatch it away from me. Through their own demise, Passion UA have been able to get into double digits. 1 round separates these 2 Goliaths from each other. Still, with the ability to close it out in regulation, Passion UA, that is their goal. That is their aim. The question is, can they hold on to it? And that is a perfect start. They've got 3 players towards mid and A. They've gamble stacked this part of the map. We questioned where was the AWP from Jambo. There it is. He strikes, but he's going to have to go for more now. Towards Broken Wool. He's going to get mollowed out. Will it connect on him? Yes, it will. He's going to have to maneuver himself more towards the left side. And because of that, it's allowed Brute Monster to open up this bomb site further. They know about the AWP. They just have no idea where he's gone. Towards camera, AVN should be able to get this recognition. And he will. Jambo lackadaisically walks into his crosshair. And at the final hurdle, Passion UA, they keep on coming back into it. But each time, it simply is not enough. Zero Tenacity. They flutter their way to map and series point, looking to surge their way through to the quarterfinals.
Man, I can't believe Zero Tenacity have won the round the way that they've won the round, because it was looking like that A-bomb site was under lock and chain from Passion UA, but a very well-placed molly banking it off the wall then forces the AWP out of position. They're then able to get themselves the kill on the player who does hang around. Jambo, I don't know if he had to abandon his teammates on the A-bomb site to focus middle, but he does. And just watching to see if Fear will stay alive. He will. But that missed shot there on AVN, I was grimacing so hard at that, man, because if he hits that shot, the retake is very much alive. But AVN, well, after the shot was missed, he gets himself the kill, and Z10 get 2 map points as a result. Disastrous. Disastrous for Passion UA. Looked like they had the defense set up really nicely on that bomb site, man. And even just great awareness. Did you see, was it Simke who clears out underneath where the AWPer was towards the broken wall initially? He doesn't get baited into where the player was previously. Just great awareness.
Oh, and this could be the beginning of the end. Brute Monster, he's done. He's going to be dusting them up.
Oh, baited into the trades. No, not like this.
Flatlining is Passion UA. They brought it to overtime yesterday. They ended up winning out the series. Jambo, however, oh, so close. A shot rings past AVN, deafening him. And now Jambo might need to do more. That double already in itself is more impressive and more than you could ask for. S-Chiller, though, potentially baits him out, though. Because S-Chiller takes damage, they might know about Jambo. But the orb!
Welcome!
How's this happened? Welcome into the server. It's taken you a while, but it might have not been enough. Jambo! He has to get the ace! And he does! Indescribable scenes here on the B-bomb site.
I can't believe how he's forced overtime. An ace coming through from Jambo. 4 kills initially, and he has to clutch the round out as well. He has been nowhere to be found on the map throughout the entirety of Anubis, but when they need him the most, he stands tall to the task. Look at the sequence of kills here from Yambo. Look at how many players he was up against. Even catches a player on the glimpse there as he jumps up, hits the shot on AVN. This was a lightning quick shot as well. And you could see how frustrated Nemanyaha was there as well. A massive desk smash coming through from him as his team falter in a 4 versus 2. And this has got overtime written all over it.
My God, you can even see Nemanja. His emotions, they came out a little bit. A death slam after he loses that 1 versus 1. Jambo, 5 kills in round 23.
Mate, hold up. It's going to be Passion UA doing this very aggressive play in towards Canals again. I think Z10, they've kind of caught wind of this. They are bursting into the B-bomb site. They've traded Fear out, and they've got the kill on Zero Fix, but Jambo, he just continues to frag. Problem is, they have to make this 3 versus 3 retake happen. They've got a kit, they've got util. How do they go about it, Grimmy?
It's gonna be a Yambo. He's the only one with util, a kit, and also just an upgraded weapon. Jacasmo has a FAMAS. S-Chiller has an MP9. Sure, they won the previous round, but they were left with nothing. And the time, it's ticking down. There's still flashes on AVN. And speaking of AVN, he's doing his best Yambo impression. On for an ace himself. Yambo finally misses a shot, and it's another 1 versus 1. He has the kit. He knows where Chofo is. Gets baited out for the first shot. Taps the bomb again, and he lands a tag. But it's futile. And at the final hurdle, Zero Tenacity. They get revenge, and they go through to the quarterfinals. That is a sensational game of Counter-Strike we have just observed.
My brother in Christ, where has that Yambo been the entire map? Please, can somebody tell me? He looks so damn good. He looks so ridiculously good in those last 2 rounds, Grimmy. Lightning quick reflex.